Strong Tower Lawn Care here. My 2018 lawn care setup. I have a 1994 Craftsman tractor, 42-inch cut, 6-speed manual, with a Kohler 15.5 forks. I use these planks for loading and unloading. Tends to work pretty well since I put the roofing shingles on here. 5/4 deck boards that I had that actually came from a fence I demolished, and some 2x4s across with little supports underneath. They do slide into these, but the plastic's not very strong, so there's little supports underneath, up and down. 6-gallon Blitz can, 1 and change gallon can for my mix, and a BG 55 still leaf blower. Up here is where I typically will have a cone resting on this handle. I did the handle purposely to the same height as the back rack, so in the future I can make ladder racks if need be. This here was just scrap wood I had laying around, more of that 5/4 deck board, huge 2x10 that I had laying around, and you see my steel, what is this, FS85, sitting up here, up against the back rack, resting here. Got a support here in the middle, and I use this cam buckle tie down. There we go. And I use this cam buckle tie down to keep everything secure. Well, to keep the trimmer secure anyway. This is just a shed lock cam buckle because it's quicker than a ratchet strap, stronger than a bungee, and you gotta tie a knot in the end or it'll just go right through. Just to keep it from getting lost inside the truck, I'll hook it here, pop this off. Now I'm fairly tall, so this works well for me. It doesn't have to be that high. I used a 2x10 because that's what I had, and it's actually been pretty handy for lashing things to and hauling debris. I want to make a side stake pocket thing for the other side too. It's pretty handy having sides on my truck. Productivity. My wife and I can do about 17 properties in a day with this setup. 07 Ranger, probably like 02 trimmer. I got 05 leaf blower. But you know, it gets the job done. This works really well for doing the bank properties. The tractor does not yield good enough cut quality to use it on like retail lawn mowing applications, because I don't know if it's just because it's old or what, but it doesn't leave a nice even cut even with fresh blades. I've beat the snot out of this thing doing foreclosures. You see they're all overgrown and nasty, and I had a lot of properties that were 2-3 foot deep that I just mowed right through. 15.5 horse stick shift. You know, you definitely want to have extra spindles, extra blades, extra belts if you're using residential equipment for commercial use. Probably want to have that stuff if you're running commercial equipment, honestly. But, you know, has a Peerless 6-speed Kohler command motor, so drivetrain's pretty commercial. No, I can't start it one-handed. Well, the only reason it sputtered is because I put the choke on and it's already been running, obviously. But it cuts. I had to stop because I just busted my belt again. I was going along and I heard it squeal, and I couldn't disengage it quick enough. It snapped. So there's that. Guess I'm done for now because that was my last belt. I figured this late in the season, it's the end of August, the grass would be dry enough to not worry about it, but here I am off to small engine shop, but don't put off working for yourself. Don't put off working for yourself. It's not worth it. Just get out there and do something. Last year I had a car with a mower in the trunk, and then I started putting the mower in the back of I started pulling a trailer with my car, and that trailer was actually an old Coleman pop-up camper that I gutted and turned into a landscape trailer. And it looked janky, but I got work done, you know, and I used the car for running Grubhub up in Syracuse before we moved, and that's how I made ends meet. I hustled and hustled and hustled. It wasn't easy, not even a little, but here we are, you know, the next step up. Next year, hoping to have a brand spanking new, right brand walk-behind mower up there on that truck. Nice, I'd be very happy with a brand new belt drive unit, gear drive, whatever. The weight savings would be good for my truck. Much more attainable price point for myself and my young family. Got a baby and a kid going off to kindergarten, so money is definitely snug, but you know, God always provides as long as we're putting our hands to work. So keep pushing, keep digging. Thought maybe we'd have to give up on Strong Tower. You know, things weren't going good, but kept digging, kept pushing, kept making phone calls, and you know, I'm not saying we're rich, but we're making it. Alright, I don't know, simple setup. You don't need a lot. I recommend using store-bought ramps because you will fall off of these at some point. But aside from that, this is a pretty good setup. It'll be even better when I'm using a walk-behind to do this. But anywho, God bless. Sorry for rambling, but I just wanted to show you don't need to spend $1 million to go make a living. Alrighty. Strong Tower Lawn Care and Property Preservation. Peace.